Okay. So I want to be all like, oh, you see my little countdown timer. Oh, you see? Be all smug, but we can't do that. Because OBS was really feisty today. And also, there are slight problems. I might have to drop the TM just because the number of characters, it doesn't like line up, and I don't have it like set to auto adjust. But we have a little countdown timer. They can count down. So the actual stream will kick in right meow. Yes, we have developed the starting soon technology. So, let me take a sip of drink. All right. Yes, we got to test the countdown. I'll have to float Lucky the name of the device I used for that. As you can see, it's not pitch perfect because it is, you know. Well, it displays text when it finishes, I should say, and that is cool, but does mean that it, like, uncenters itself, so, you know, we'll figure that all out. But alright, okay, it's a Sunday, it's Father's Day. More importantly, Chad, I've been thinking about doing this bonus stream for a little bit, but I wanted to make sure the right time, and I could have done it yesterday, but it was also stormy and the power was a little fucky. It's still rainy right now, but we'll get in that in a second. But I also didn't want to, like, because I don't know how that actually works into things, but I didn't want to, like, cross-contaminate with a fresh, new, doing well episode of Let's Talk FGO. So I put it off to today. So today is literally the last day to do the WCQ qualifiers. And I think I've mentioned this on Fail Patrol earlier this week. But I don't give a shit about qualifying for the World Championships. I don't think that's going to happen. My duelist level will not be that high. But notice, look at all those fucking gems. Look at all these gems. Look at all those gems. There's a lot of gems on the table that go away at, like, you know, 11 o'clock tonight. So we're going to grind World Championship for probably, like, 2-ish hours, I think, is about the amount of time that I'll go crazy. And let's look at what we're playing. We're playing Enneacraft. This is not the optimal form of Enneacraft. I probably need another one of these guys, but I don't know if I want to craft him. We have a couple of Royals that's pretty fun. We got a Mar and an Enneapolis. And I think, chat, my ratios are a little cooked. I'm not sure. For the WCQ, we are playing the variant where you play DeFi. Let's just crank those DeFi numbers. Personally, I think DeFi is kind of a dog-ass card you don't even need in this deck. And I should also point out, chat, if you're watching this now, live, or later, sorry, my voice feels a little scratchy. This is, like, the third or fourth version of this deck. I've been, like, adjusting the ratios and, like, fucking around. And, like, playing with sub-engines. Like, at one point, I had the Wake Cups and Convertible in here. But we don't really need to be doing that. I do want to build maybe a sick Mimigul build sometime out of some of the new stuff. Because they added Flower. But we're probably not playing on the WCQ. This is decent. So the question is if we want to fuck with the ratios. Because right now we're at 44, which kind of sucks. But most of these cards are, like, mandatory. Like, I could drop the Maximus C. I don't want to go to one Enneapolis because while Reset also is just Enneapolis, and also any of these guys could be Enneapolis. Sorry, Chad. Actually, I should say this. If you don't know, first of all, Hardlight just put a video out where he learns this, so he probably does the combos better than me. But if you don't know about Enneacraft, Enneacraft is a flip pendulum deck. The pendulum part doesn't matter. You literally cannot pendulum summon in this deck. They are all scale 0, I think. And even if they weren't scale 0, the scales don't line up for any of the numbers. It's real fucked. But basically, the small ones, the different shapes and colors, each have their own, they're all flip effects, but these guys, if they're in the pendulum scale, you pay 9, reveal 3. They're like, Cleefort Scout. Hold on, I need that guy back. Don't do that. Don't take that guy out. So, they're like Cleefort Scout. You pay 9, you search anything. So if you have 3 of anything, you can guarantee a search. But if you have 3 of literally everything, there's too many cards in this fucking deck. You'll gum up your hand. You'll never have stuff. And you might draw doubles. They are hard onces for most of these effects. So, like... Well, for their pendulum effects. Their flip effects are not once per turn, but they're not always once per turn, but they're tricky, okay? And, like, some of these are at low rarity, but they're still good ones. Like, pop the spell trap and special summon, destroy a monster. And they all have effects to trigger themselves, by the way. They all trigger themselves when your opponent does stuff. So they're all, like, really good. So you want Thrieve for the ratios, but, like, any of these guys can probably be Anniapolis and could be Reset. And the reason why you want Reset to get Anniapolis is because Reset also has a Grave effect to flip your guys face down. Rebirth, the Shuffler, has the ability to flip your guys face up. So, like, you want your spell traps, and they're searchable. But also, sometimes you have to go first. So, like, honestly, I think we just take the Maximus C out, and we play 43. God, do we have to play 43? Is there a better ratio? I mean, we cut a tail to go to 42. Let's try 42. We're going to cut Maximus C. And just, if we go second, we just got to play through. We got to play through or we got to quit. But, before we start some gameplay, you'll notice I have a lot of gems, and I do want more gems. But, you know what? I could use more dust. Or I could just fucking rip the UR I need. So, let's start today by cranking 10 packs. And this, chat, is why you start today by cranking 10 packs. FTP, by the way. Nothing, I was lied to. Okay, with a real SR. Dogshit branded trap. Actually, I think that's one of the ones that sets up, like, summoning shit to your opponent's board and locking them out. Which, by the way, is so strong. Did you see today? I'll probably talk about it more on Fail Betrayal on Tuesday, but, the OCG just banned Transverser because you can give your opponent, like, Bishbolkin for an FTK, which, I gotta say, I know, during Pride Month, stupidest ass ban. You should just ban Bishbolkin. Nobody needs to play that fucking guy. He sucks. Transverser actually, like, legitimately has uses for getting rid of guys if your opponent plays to the wrong zones. You should ban the bullshit FTK tools. They also, like, banned a couple of other cards, and they only put Starving Venom to 1. And it's just like, that guy should also just be banned. I know I think Japan likes Arc 5 way more than they do in the West, but, like, you should ban that guy. He has an effect copy effect. Boy, getting a lot of Archfiend shit. There's the new Ritual Archfiend stuff in here. I've unfortunately dismantled a decent amount of those that I've pulled, but... You know, if you get some stuff, you get some stuff. Oh, I got a Matriarch, but... That means I could use that to get more dust for my yellows. Countdown technology. Oh my god, there's like 4 fucking copies of this fucking stupid-ass branded trap. You are all gonna become dust. I fucking hate you. Like, I actually don't think that I hate branded as a playstyle. I just don't want to fucking see a branded deck ever again in my life. I've seen it a million times, like, in other stuff. 3 Champions of Swordsoul's not a great card, I don't think. But, like, I see it so fucking much, and every other week in Master Duel, there's another pack with more fucking branded foils. Ooh, Ghastly Glitch. I believe I have a playset of that, but we can dream. Just say, I'm tired of branded. Tired of seeing it. So we did get like 2 URs. Literally got a playset of brightest branded bingus. God, I have a shitload of. Hold on, I have a shitload of legacy packs. Can we just burn some of these? Don't worry, we're not going to open these individually, chat. Anything cool? God, it's an SR? You guys hate me. A lot of funny 6 Sam stuff. And we got William Shield with that artwork. That guy might actually come up, too. And I don't know if I have more die. I will say, unfortunately, I think they're kind of locked in on it, but I do wish you could dismantle, like, period cards in the Legacy Pack, because that just means that when you get over a playset, you're just stuck with them forever. Okay, this is the WCQ version. Let's grab the edit. Dismantle. No. Let's dismantle extra first. Got several SR dust. Yeah, see, like, we can't dismantle any of those. Okay. Yeah, get rid of our extra. No. Why is that? And we'll call it there. We're gonna show the Archfiend stuff. I don't know. I thought the deck was kind of neat, but I didn't really look too closely at it. Okay. It's been like 15 minutes. It's about 4 o'clock. That means it's time to start playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see how the coin flips go. Let's see if we find any opponents. I'm gonna go first. Okay, well, step 1, we make our opponent cry. Hit him with a royal. I think we just get one of the 3 of shapes. Because here's what we're gonna do, see? To get Rebirth in the grave, we're gonna shuffle a bunch of these guys back. Activate the blue. Bring me the whale. Now we Rebirth. Shuffle back 3. We drew release, so we'll just release a guy. Yeah, let's just get red. Set him. We've already done the Pendy effect, so it doesn't matter, so we'll just activate Enneapolis. We can bounce any number of our Enneacrafts back to our hand. Now, if you didn't know, every Enneacraft has the ability to reveal itself and special summon a monster in your hand to face down. Any of them. You're locked to face down summoning. But it's not a once per turn, so I'm just going to keep showing them the same guy over and over again so they don't know which guy is where except the monster popper. And you could do some advanced bullshit strats to work that out, but, you know, we're going to try. But we actually put, like, all of our fucking spells in the graveyard for once. So it's pretty good. Pretty good combo. This is mandatory. Set 5 pass, kicking some ass. I don't know, I guess it would be flipping cards as a Josh Darn Blast for Hard Legs joke song. Because we don't mill in this. Ah, fuck. I didn't have any destroyers. And they were all face down. What the fuck are you doing, Illusion Gate? Alright, fuck you, buddy. Illusion Gate Fenrir, you're cheating. Fuck you. Nah. That is unfortunate. That was the one guy I didn't have a thing for. Maybe I should have searched my Destroy Protector. Also, obviously, there's no camera, but that would be very funny if I did have, like, a face cam or an avatar tracking or something. I did flip them the bird. It's okay. They played Cashier Fenrir. We're going first again. Will we be this goated? No, actually. Shit. This is arguably a pretty bad hand. We got no little guys. This is why, in fact, both of these guys I've just drawn are at 2 in this deck, by the way. This is a much shittier hand. Now, you may think, oh, Mega, how is it a much shittier hand? You're still playing it. Yeah, but I've got 2 of the same guy, and their effects aren't great. I do have a Protector, but it's only targeting, so if this guy whips out, like, a, you know, I was almost going to say Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm doesn't do jack shit to this deck, actually. But if they were going to whip out, like, a Raigeki or an Illusion Gate, I just still fucking, like, keel over. Like, 2 Leo is pretty bad. I like its flip effect, but its trigger effect is like when your opponent activates a card in response to your cards. So that's not that good. You're gonna Soul Crossing me? What are you playing, Monarch? Oh no, straight up, they're playing. It's gotta be you tribute a Divine Beast. Am I gonna get fucking dobbed out by some guy playing Egyptian gods? I'm pretty sure they can... If they eat all 3 of my guys, I get raw OTK'd here. Oh, never mind. They're playing Slifer, the bad one. Now, we might still get jobbed out by Slifer, but that is because as I brought up, I drew an abysmal hand. Like... Oh my god, I'm gonna get beat up by a guy cosplaying 3 Egyptian gods Yugi. But fuck you, actually. You're gonna lose attack on Slifer for no reason. Dominus Purge. Dominus. Purgius. Chad, I think we used all our luck in the pulls. Which wasn't even luck. We got 3 fucking branded cards. And I have no spells in rotation, so... we're pretty cooked. Okay. Face up extra. Alright. Alright. Chat, guess what? So long as one of the cards in their hand isn't an Ash Blossom, because this card draws cards, We're saved. Wait, you're not saved? Why can we not activate it? You can only activate one effect. That doesn't seem like it would stop me. Game bug? Well, I think I have to surrender because I can't activate Rebirth for some reason. But yeah, I'm locked out of Rebirth. Is my opponent cheating somehow? I don't think Soul Crossing should work that way. Or does it lock me out of effect? Anyway, I'm going to report that guy for cheating. That was... I'm pretty sure that's not how Soul Crossing's supposed to work. I think people would have discussed Soul Crossing more if it floodgated me to one effect activation. All right, 2 great losses in a row, which means, of course, we're going to lose the coin flip next time. But, okay, just kick us out of the queue for no reason. That sucked. Activating Rebirth should have totally saved our bacon, but for some reason I couldn't, despite the fact that it does say, add from face-up extra deck. Guys, do you think this guy's on Twitch? Okay, alright, so we had a great hand and we had a dog-ass hand. Alright, we wrapped around. This is a pretty okay hand. Okay, we're gonna use release. I don't think it matters. Through that guy. Pay 9. Get me... Nope. 3 release. Reset, sorry. Release is the one I just used. Activate. Now, the question is, do I want to keep paying more LP, or do I want to just wing it? Yeah, you know, having some extra cards in my back pocket are not terrible. And I probably should make 3 Rebirth, but then, like I said, I don't know what the fucking ratios will be. Okay, alright, so... Rebirth. I think we're only going to spin back 2, because we're just trying to get some stuff in rotation. We're going to spin back the fucking Lion and Blue. Master Duel, are we okay? Wow, are we going to get a third loss in a row and it's going to be a disconnect? My opponent's lag switching? There we go. Alright, that kind of sucked because we drew a Rebirth off a Rebirth. That is dog ass. Maybe that's why we don't have 3 Rebirth. Ratios in this deck are really tricky. Okay, chat? I'm not really sure what the optimal is. And also, what people say the quote-unquote optimal is like, not always true, because, like, you gotta adjust for your own personal preferences. You never know when you're gonna draw your hard garnets and shit. Connection's taking a dive, though. This guy really is lag switching. Okay, so we wasted a lot of our timer on that, but luckily we don't really have too advanced. And we do have some insurance, so we got our anti-protecty. So we've got hand, graveyard, targeting, and on my turn. And we have a Rebirth. We have Rebirth reset release in grave, so we have effects. This is better. This is probably the best we've had, other than that one guy who was definitely cheating with Illusion Gate Fenrir. The joke I would say is that all my opponents are cheating and just playing too good. And if I want to show off Eniacraft, because I like this deck. It's very creative and weird and fun. Hard as hell to play in paper. But, like, very funny to actually run it through. But if we need to get for real, I can always show up with Q-Tune. No, we don't need to do anything yet. It's just fucking... You can't target quick draw with that, bud. Okay, alright. We're gonna see if you can outplay this. You're gonna make a Sync 7, you think? No, you're not. Big-ass whale. No animation, unfortunately. Anyway, you are now face down. Because they also could have made a Link too, which would have made Mar pointless. This is the schmoove, chat. Hey. Sure, connection failed, huh? All right, let's try and get that 300 gems. Okay, knock on wood, we keep, winning the coin flip, which is very important. Okay. This is a much better setup to have our boy DeFi in. So, we're going to get a little cooking. We're probably not going to actually do much with the Rebirth, but we start with Fissure. Because, fuck you, you will not activate Max C. We're going for release. For release, I've gotten gray in rotation a lot. Let's go gray. I'm going to activate this to get... Actually, no, we'll do it this way because we're going to get a couple more guys in rotation. Going to get red. So we're gonna add red. We're gonna use red to search reset. We're gonna use Rebirth to shuffle back the 2 pendulum scales. And hope we draw some more guys. But we can probably make do with Tail and Pixia. So show them. Activate Reset a Spaghetti. Like, technically, this is greedy of me. I could just bounce these guys back with Aniopolis and go, but that wouldn't get Rebirth in my grave, and I would really like to have it be able to flip up some of my boys, my binguses. So, let's get in there. Yeah, return the scales. Okay, another... That's... Yeah. I mean, we did that into... We got a Mar out of that, so that's okay. But yeah, it's definitely not my optimal play. What I'm realizing, chat, is so I watched MBT play this for a video after consulting with Peeps. I probably should track down his stream archive and see what Peeps told him about this deck because I'm sure he's better at it. But normally you run through all these combos to get all the spell traps in the deck. What I'm realizing is that I need to stop doing that personally. I need to stop being greedy for the Rebirth. Just because it, like, keeps fucking me over, chat. That's, like, twice we've had a redundant draw. And, like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Now we're getting them, chat, because they're playing Blue Eyes. Crayon Eater detected. Okay, alright, so it's for that one. Okay, it's really early, but I think we want to do this now, because Mar never triggers on its own on my opponent's turn anyway. We want to do this now and flip this guy face down, because I want to try and cut him off of the link. He still has an extra normal, but it's better if he wastes it on having to get the link out than on some other starter. Yeah, because, like, normally you'd be discarding Maiden. But you can't discard Maiden because of EDS. So, like, I think with a flip and a DeFi, yeah, they're going to normal summon it. Now, are you going to put your Maiden in the Banish? Because if you... DeFi's only hand or field from grave. Nope, okay, it did Banish. Wow, get fucked, nerd. And because it didn't go to the graveyard, yeah, it's an if you do. Okay, so my joke about Crayon Eating was correct. This guy doesn't understand how to play under Fissure. Yes, well, I mean, that's all the MBT videos, is the one with the cursed thumbnail. But yeah, no, like, I think he had a pretty competent run, but like I said, I feel like I'm overcompensating for some of these. I'm also just having really bad luck with the draws. Jesus, that's a redundant Pixia. Okay, alright. So, here's what we do. We flip up my boys. And we just beat ass. Get banished. And then what we do in main phase 2 is we bounce everybody back. Alright, so we activate the hands, so we'll do that. Pixia. Probably should have done Mar first, just in case that trap card does anything. I will say, like, I personally am of the opinion, I've talked about this with like stuff where they've talked about the Genesis points. I think Dimensional Fissure is kind of a floodgate because of how it interacts with so many required things. Like that Mausoleum of Light, literally, like, they got to send a guy, but because it didn't go to Graveyard, they didn't get the attack defense bonus. Not that it would have helped. And other dumb shit like that. But also, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are bad about playing around any kind of, like, interruption. Like, that guy, this guy totally is not, like, prepping, like, for how to play around Fissure. Like, just making some very boneheaded plays, just jumping into it, not realizing how that shit works. Like, you absolutely should not have gone for the Blue Eyes Banish. You should have waited to try and hope to summon a big-ass Synchro. Let's see, 23. Damn. If we had a little more. Okay, they're using the extra normal. I've got another Maiden of White. You're still going to banish your guy. That's not a trigger that does anything to me. Yeah, if they actually activate Ultimate Fusion and they get to shuffle back, I'm pretty sure we get to pop Tail. Are you a robot? You're on PlayStation, so I don't think so. Like, are you stupid? Are you following a spreadsheet? I'm gonna kill you. Like, dog, you're dead. I'm not even gonna go to battle phase. I'm gonna P-scale, I'm gonna flip up 3 guys. You're dead. Whale. 18. It's 9 times 4, 32. 9 times 6. All right, brother, if you saved MST, go for it. Otherwise, you're dead. 54. Don't know what he was thinking. Now listen, Chad. If you're offended by me calling a Blue Eyes player a Crayon Eater, I understand you can play Blue Eyes very smartly. Many people on Master Duel do not. But look at all these sweet ass gems. We finally clocked it in. We're getting them gems. Hell yeah. All right, so that only took us 30 minutes to get 2 wins. Let's keep going. But that is how you're supposed to play the deck. Complete with the Dimensional Fissure is how you're supposed to play it. Like I said, for my, like, normal ladder and, like, fucking around in solo mode version, I don't usually play Fissure. Dimensional Fissure. Because, like, if you're playing the deck right, you don't need it, but it does kind of, like... Okay, just kicking me out of the queue. It does, like... What's the word? Like, cut your opponent off of certain plays, because it is a floodgate. DeFi is a floodgate. Macrocosmos has always been a floodgate. Dimensional Fissure is a floodgate. And, like, we should treat it like it... Treat it like any other unsearchable one of that wins the game, aka Skill Drain, etc. Though many of those guys are banned in TCG, but a lot of them are at 1 in Master Duel. Alright, we've lost it, so you're finally going to see how I go on the play. This deck can work going second, but it's really going to depend on the hand we get. If we've got a shitload of guys, we can chew through some interruptions. Okay. It's not optimal. And I may, depending on how long my opponent's combo is, we may just go next, just because I don't want you guys to be here for not literally 10 minutes, but like 5. I think it's 5. Yeah, we're at 300, so it's like, if they use their maximum time, it's 500. Okay, never mind, my opponent's bad. Unless they're also playing Enneacraft and they're just normal setting a guy. That's the thing you can do to keep your opponent guessing, is to start by just going for normal set. Nope. Okay, my opponent's bad. All right. Okay. Now, we've drawn, unfortunately, 2 fucking Dimensional Fissure, which makes me mad. But let's play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Activate Resetti Spaghetti. Place Annapolis. Yeah, I just need more names. Let's fish for a tail. Let's do tail. Pixia, just in case. Maybe I should go back to 3-tail. Tail's a really good one. That's the destruction protection. Oh, we got a Pixia. Alright, doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Bounce back, boy blue. Also, we finally got yellow, which is great. Yellow's a great card. There's a reason why it's the low-level ultra rare. Also, me technically doing this wrong. I should probably get Mar out first, but I don't think their trap card is anything. But yeah, Yeller, Death Tarot, out here. Great card. If you don't know why, it's because when your opponent would add a card to their deck, you flip it up, and you get to search an Enneacraft, and also its flip effect is banish a random card from your opponent's hand, so they just go, you know, +0, basically. Possibly even, like, -1, depending on what's going on. So, it's pretty alright, pretty alright. Pretty alright. I should plug my phone in while we're doing this. I was gonna say I should farm FGO while we're doing it, but no, I should. Okay, now, do I get to... Yeah, those are all mandatory. So let's do Annapolis. Now, unfortunately, that it's gonna ruin my fucking gonna ruin my run of doing burn damage, but my opponent is gonna go -1. Ooh, good rip, good rip. My opponent's playing bullshit. Time Lords. Oop. Hey, guess what? We get to return. Let's put my Pixie face down. Brother, I don't know if you want to get in a burn war with me. Brother. Wait. I thought pendulums dodge DeFi. This reminds me of that conversation I was having with Loth. I thought pendulums dodge DeFi. I feel like I've dodged DeFi before. If pendulums don't dodge DeFi, maybe I shouldn't play DeFi at all. Yeah, it's tricky because my opponent's playing burns. You never know when they're gonna, like, stonks me out. But, okay, here's what we do. We're going to do any craft bounce. And then we're going to set 4. Spider's pretty good. We haven't had much chance to use it yet, but the spider prevents your opponent from chain blocking you, which is, like, pretty important to this deck. I have actually gotten chain blocked without getting the spider in rotation. And just like that, we're evened up. How's burn working out for you, bud? You gonna flip some more of my cards up? You want to activate another Swords of Revealing Light and give me 4 counters? Got an extra spider. I'm probably shooting that Telltale Gray, actually, now that I think about it. Never mind, I've simply goated. I got Tail. Because I'm concerned that's like a mirror force or something back there that's going to punish me for trying to fucking get in. But this should be enough. Get a hand guy? You got like a Mahama in your hand? Oh, I fucking hate that guy. Gain LP or do damage. Fortunately, it was a hand effect. And he did the smart thing. All right, buddy, you live one more turn. Unfortunately for you, I've got, like, all my best boys on the field. So, like, you're not going to break my board, but I also can't really interrupt too much of their plays. But we're going to do 21. No, 27, that's right. I can count. 27. So, they're basically fucked here. Like, there's nothing they can do unless they can get rid of Annapolis. Because I can just flip and go end. I only need to flip 2 guys. If they flip 2 of my guys, they die this end phase. Let's see. Can't be destroyed. Need your player to take battle damage. Inflict 2,000 your opponent. No, that's dumb. That's really dumb of you. You're not going to get away with it. I have 43, bud. They might have, like, a Gravediggers, but I felt like they would have popped it already. Please attack my whale. It'd be so funny. Oh, my God. So funny. My God, going for a Metamorphosis play? What do you Metamorphosis out of Time Lord? Just Last Warrior? No, Last Warrior's like an 8, right? Level 10 Fusion. Timaeus the United Dragon. Unaffected. Chain Energy. So this guy's playing the most dog-ass, like, stall burn deck ever. Brother, you gotta play Enneacraft. Like, chain energy burn? That's not gonna do anything. I'm gonna flip up 4 guys, and then I'm gonna kill you. I don't even gotta flip up 4 guys. I think I'm just gonna flip up my 2 spiders, so that if they have a targeting or destruction effect with Pixia or Tail, I'm gonna kill. They can't do it. Ah. Well, brother, this is why I saved. Hey, guess what? You targeted me. Die. Oh, it's unaffected entirely. Oh, I should have done that the other way around. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I should have done the other guy, but it don't matter. None of this matters. Yeah, I should have done tail because that makes my cards immune to destruction. Alright, so DeFi is funny, and I think it's helpful, but it's not as one-sided as I thought it was. I thought that's why you... I mean... Not that you actually need, but, like, you have no Banish recovery in this deck. You have no Graveyard recovery in this deck either. So, like, them going to extra deck is kind of important. So, I don't know. We could cut the Fissures. Cut the Fissures. Play 3 Rebirth. You know, actually, play 3 Tail. Get that guy out of here. Do play 3 Rebirth. Let's try a 40-card Brew. And actually, let's cut the Purges. I put the Purges in because you can fit them, but, I think my Imperms is probably a better combo. Let's go next. Like, I guess the idea is you play Dimensional Fissure and you don't play hand traps just in case. But also, like, I don't know, man. Okay, alright. This is a pretty okay hand. Let's see what board they build and if we can play through it. I think Primite. Probably Primite Blue Eyes. The better Blue Eyes. Got access to Drill Beam. So my opponent's going to build their entire board. Oh, I guess we'll just see what it looks like. Yeah, Primate Blue Eyes is real. Not that having Dimensional Fissure would help in this instance because, yeah. It don't matter. They just... I guess that is kind of the only problem with Enneacraft is, right, like, you don't really have space for a lot of hand traps, a lot of non-engine. And, like, I don't even know what you do because you only have 5 monster slots anyway, so it's not, like, actually drawing extra cards off, like, Max C or, a Molcharmy matters. But not actually, like, what you shouldn't you don't make Indigo Eyes going first, bud. That's you make that on turn 3 when I have a board. Alright, well, they've built a pretty big board. But let's see what sort of interactions they've got and if we can stop them. Let's start with release. Let's see if they understand enough about Enneacraft, because we're going to shotgun release. They are stupid. Alright, now let's see what this activation is, because that could be troublesome. Okay, Ultimate Spirit Dragon. That's an Omni, but we're gonna P-scale green. Wow, this guy's just fucking clicking buttons. Bro, you should, like, be careful. All right, so our plan is search tail. Actually, do you want to search tail or do you want to search Pixia? Well, I've only got 2 Pixia, so tail time, baby. Let's do tail. Tail, Annapolis, bounce, red. Set red and tail. Maybe I should run, like, evenly matched in this deck. Like, as my if I have to go second trick. Because if I had 3 evenly and I just went to evenly matched there, right? Like, my base trigger on set. No, I don't have that guy. Omni, but we have a couple of effects, so let's see if we can get out of it. Wow, you are just a shotgunner of that. Fool! Spider! Let's get ready for whale time, baby. Seriously, you need to not fucking, like, shotgun shit. I get a guy back? Okay, we're going to shuffle away their drill beam so they have to search it again, and we're going to shuffle back Lords just so it clogs up their deck because it's not searchable. I don't actually want to remove those other things. But my opponent can't chain block me now. We just been playing for like an hour. Doing some schmoves. Alright, Roar. Discard 1. Any response to that? Or no, sorry, Wishes. We've won a few, we've lost a few. We're playing Eniacraft. My opponent is on Blue Eyes Primite, so they are actually, like, playing a real-ass deck. But they are a button clicker. Activate that. They're going to just go for the Synchro. Second Spirit. Okay. Are you gonna try and, like, OTK me on this turn? Or is that gonna make Tyrant? Well, they might be able to OTK if I can't do something to stop a Tyrant. Unfortunately, I don't have any guys that, like, activate on field. I have my hand guy. I've already used my graveyard guy. I've got my chain guy. And they're not trying to destroy any of my cards separately, so I am not actually, like, able to run up anything. But depending, we might be able to still, like, prevent a run-on. Shit, they remembered which one red is. So they're playing this pretty smart. They use their negates badly, but their attack ordering pretty good. And I do get a pop here. But I think... No, okay. Not truly protected. No, that's gonna be just enough. Because of Jet Dragon. Shit, where's Jet Dragon? I should have shuffled that guy back. I didn't even see him. That's my bad. I absolutely could have used my third shuffle for Jet Dragon, and we would have lived. So that was just for BM. Unfortunately... So, I have lots of things to say about Master Duel. I think the number one thing that's the weirdest to me, and, like, I really wish more people, like, made a bigger deal of it, but they don't. I don't think anybody, like, actually cares. But, like, so there's two report options in Master Duel. There's slow play and cheating, like mod tools, etc. There is no button to report your opponent for bad manners, basically, for, like being an asshole to you. Shit that in real life would get you penalized. Like that called by play. I guess I could technically report them for slow play, but I literally don't think Konami even listens to those reports. But, like, you can report them for slow play. You can't report people for nicknames that are bad. Or anything like that. Like, it's like the weirdest thing that this game's been out for, like, 3 years and, like, does not have a problem with the fact that, like, you can kind of say whatever so long as you don't, like, directly cuss. But, no, that was some skip-ups on my part and just not getting the right tools. As you can see, Eniacraft's pretty good. I even got through that on the play. The problem is just that, Blue Eyes players often are Crayon Eaters, but that guy was playing Primate Blue Eyes, so he was playing basically meta because I don't think there's any fucking hits to that deck in Master Duel, so it's just full power. But they are the Sacred Child, so They just get to kick my ass. So, we're going to cue up the next tool in a second, but I'm going to take a bio break real quick first. Because I've been going for about an hour. And we'll see if probably got another hour in us. See if we can get more than one duelist level, because winning 2 in a row is so annoying. Legitimately before I throw up the alert, there it is. I found gone fishing. Before I throw that up, I want to say this: there's a shitload of gems in the World Championship qualifiers, like even more than they usually do in the Duelist Cup. I don't give a shit about the World Championship. I'm not gonna make a high enough duel level, but I think they put so many rewards in this because, like, legitimately, I think their play rates in these events, like the Duelist Cup and the WCQs, are bad because of how miserable they are. Like, you have to constantly, like, win 2 in a row, which is, like, entirely RNG dependent, because often the way it works in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is it's so coin flip heavy, and it's, like, it's crazy. Like, you'd think they'd give a shit about going second, but they just had their equivalent of a YCS in Japan, where, like, it is, like, not a legitimate read of the game difficulty because it's, like, lottery-based to get in, because they only have the one. But, like, 9 out of 10 decks were FTKs, so, like, it's crazy how Konami of Japan, which runs Master Duel, just doesn't give a shit if you go second. If you go second, you should fucking die, I guess. Anyway, gone fishing. I'll be right back. Plenty of water. Get up, take breaks. All right, no longer fishing. RDA is a pretty sick deck. All right, gang. Genghis. My water bottle down weird, so we smacked my mic arm. Let's go again. Let's try and we'll get another catch. And if we get absolutely trounced again in any craft, I'm going to uncap my power level and we're going to play Cool Tune. Alright, we're going second again, so as I said, fuck me, I guess. See, Cool Tune's a deck that's got a great go second, because you play nothing but hand traps. Okay, we got a good hand. My opponent is stalling. They're stalling for time. They're passing. We're goated. We're simply cracked. I have psychologically attacked my opponent with my Millennium item. They lose. They're gonna lose now. Okay, all right. Release. Add to hand. That's banishment. Sets a card. Which one of these is my one that work when they? That's when they. Oh, they're gonna fold. They're gonna just give up. They're gonna give up because they break and I have full combo. Yep. Okay. Trust me, brother. I know that one. I know that feel. Let's check what deck they were playing. Thanks for the free level, bro. Okay, okay. We're up 2 levels. Let's see if we can get another 2 levels. Okay. Oh, can I not? Oh, weird. Okay, you can't deck check your opponent during the qualifiers? Wacky. All right. I guess we'll never know, chat. Yes, thank you, chat. Sorry, it was a slight delay there, and then you got there. Oh, wow, weird. Don't know why. Okay, well, we clocked in an Enneacraft win, by which I activated 1 single Enneacraft card. Okay, going first. It makes me feel alive. I have no idea why I picked Masquerena as the mascot for this. Okay, alright. Not a great hand. Not a great hand. Let's see. All your spells are hard once, so, like, getting redundancies is not great, so. Let's put blue. Let's get blue in rotation. Ash Blossom? Damn, dude. First hand trap of the night. That is true, I guess. Like this is the qualifiers, you know. Some of these people will be invited back for later. Second phases and stuff. Okay, all right. So they did Ash Blossom, but we have Gray. And if they have a second interaction for Gray, we just shuffle our 2 Pendulum Scales back. We do have to pay out the ass for this, but we can make it work. Show me 3 reset. Okay. All right. All right. I've had some bad results with just shotgunning Rebirth, but I think we got to just shotgun Rebirth, chat. We just got to shuffle back our 2 Pendulum Scales and hope we get some more live ones. We're going to leave the Whale, because if worse comes to worse, we can set him. Okay, all right. And do we scale? Nah, we've already paid out the ass. Okay. So we're going to set up Spell Trap, Monster Pop, and Book of Moon. And because we have all our spells in the grave, we will actually be able to run it. Again, not optimal because we drew 2 Rebirth, and that's kind of dead. I don't know. Maybe I should go back up to like 42 or something and like spread it out a little. But the ratios are weird. Let's just set him so maybe they forget. Because we'll leave the rebirth in hand, so they don't know for sure that we set the Gray. Branded Fusion? Cool. Great. Oh, cool. This fucking guy. Well, I think I have to just... I just gotta shotgun this and Book of Moon this asshole in the right now. Okay, that doesn't actually help. You still get booked. This card sucks ass, by the way. I fucking hate this. I can't believe they... Well, I can't believe anything after the past, like, 3 years. They've, like, printed any of this branded support. Other than Sky Striker, no deck more pushed, while there are still plenty of decks that, like, languish. Yeah, unfortunately, I had a pretty bad hand. Like, I didn't have any interactions for this. I don't have anything I can do. And I could have used my scales to search more guys, but then I'd be down another, like, 1,800 life points. Just gonna bounce one? Because they only used one monster in hand? Oh shit! Wait, that's a card that's setting a card. Stop! Don't change anything else. Stop it. Wait, okay, that's also still a set card. Okay, all right. We get to do a little plusing. Yeah, we're not going to actually get to activating my fucking flip effect because that's a whole new chain. I think Branded Draco Tail, like, dodged the Master Duel ban list, like, entirely. Yeah, but I'm glad I did not pay, because I think this is the end, because they just set trap cards. Yeah, so I'm glad I didn't pay 1,800 more life points for more guys. Because we would be worse off. Actually, you know, I don't know if that's true. If they did hit Branded Draco Tail, they probably hit Draco Tail. Oh my god, that's at 3! Fuck you, greedy motherfuckers. I'm gonna only play 3 of those cards because it's fucking UR Dust they want you to spend. Okay, alright. Well, I mean, we can work with this. We can work around this. We can do a couple of things. Step 1. I'm going to try Rebirth. They will probably stop it, but we're going to try it. We're going to try Rebirth. Problem is that this deck, like I said, this is good. I don't think there's any restrictions on this deck in Master Duel, so they can just go full power all the time. And obviously, technically, I am also playing quote-unquote full power Enneacraft, but... Huh? Okay. I don't even think I can activate that this turn. He's doing that to draw a card? See, the thing is, and I like Draco Tail. I don't like that you can play Draco Tail with Branded. Nobody should be able to play anything with Branded, actually. Every Branded card should be banned. For legal reasons, this is a joke. But also, actually, genuinely, like, there are... I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Needs rotation, because, first of all, decks basically rotate anyway, and also playing old legacy shit is, like, really cool anyway. Oh, you're activating a card on the field on my turn? No, you're fucking not. Get flipped, idiot. But no, like I said, I don't believe in rotation because letting old tech come back is like part of Yu-Gi-Oh's charm. But like there are definitely, I think, archetypes and series that Konami would be better if they stopped paying attention to. Unfortunately, they move sets because of like pet deck Andes, but in like the worst way. Maybe we should take away your pet deck card. If you play a deck, if you pet deck a deck that was good, like Branded, don't let anybody tell you Branded was not good. Branded is great. Branded has always been meta. Okay, alright. Now, those guys are fucking face down forever. So, what can we do? How many we got left? Reset, reset. Annapolis? So the one up for my graveyard. Okay, we're gonna activate it. Not ideal. We're gonna get in there. Okay, thank God. All right. So, they're going to set a card. So we're going to grab Pixia because what should happen is that we should immediately go into our flip effect, where we'll get to pop the back row. Please play the third Fallen and Virtuous. No, they're going to put a Branded Fusion there. Okay, so, guess what? Change any crafts face down. Okay, so we get to reset our boy. Perfect. So, schwa. Step 1. This is why having a couple of guys in your pendulum zones is important. So we're going to reset that. We're going to get rid of that Branded Fusion. Can't believe they let that card be greater. And we're going to plop down a Pixie. So that if they try to target any of our cards, we have protection. Now, did we? Oh. Hello? OBS? Okay, we're coming back. I think the storm is interfering with OBS a little. Tail. Okay. Green light? I think you can see what's going on again, chat. Looks good? Yeah. Lost it for a second there. No, stream did drop. And I'm getting the not enough juice warning right now, so. Sorry about that. The little icon on my weather notification did just go to whatchamacallit, heavy thunderstorms. So, you know, maybe the storms are rolling in, they're causing interference. This guy's really trying to figure his way out of this. Oh, yeah, another Ecclesia? Well, it's once per turn, so you can. Are you going to sink 12? Yeah, we're good for now. Does he know, chat? No. Worst mistake of your life, bud. You're dead. Not literally, but that was bad, because the attack does nothing, and you're going to get fucking flipped face down. End phase. I'm gonna reset Mar for next turn. $27. All right, let's generate some counters. Do a little chain blocking of my own. Did you just target? Did you just target my guys? It's face down, so I won't know, but I really hope I get that fucking Ecclesia. Put him in the pendulum zone. Special summon Tail. Oh my god, do we just... Yeah, let's pay 9. Get me that guy, or... Speedlay. You ready to learn something fun, chat? I hate counters filling up my opponent's monsters. Fucked that up slightly, but who cares? Actually, just set. And face. Both those guys are permanently stuck face down. Now, I don't have any more graveyard triggers, so we're just schmoving off of what I got set. But can't destroy, can't target. If they search, I flip a guy. Yeah, Arthelion only triggers when he's fusion summoned. We're in a real nail biter here. What's the play, Jenkins? Okay, you shouldn't do that. You are going to die. Alright, you got my Pixia. That's annoying. Yeah, my opponent realized they just killed themselves. They gave me 2 tokens off that. Alright, let's go again. Let's try and get that duelist level up. Probably gonna go for another 30-ish minutes. We're gonna go first. Got a different guy using a Cathaster. Okay. Activate reset. Ooh. They drew the one of. Well, we'll probably have to replace the card. You got an Ash, too? Okay. That makes me feel better, because they're cycling through more cards. Unfortunately, that means they have less dead cards in their deck, probably. They're on 45. So you never know. Alright. We are going to Shotgun Rebirth for 2. It's so cool, though, that a game can be decided by, they opened... Well, okay. That sucked ass. That was a terrible blind one, but also I'm under Max C, so... it sucks ass that a game can be decided by Max C Ash Blossom right away. Unfortunately, we're not going to give them any cards, so we're just going to hope that they suck. That 4 cards on their hand don't do anything. Or, because we said imperm, they only do one thing. My god, another fucking... Sorry, my brain was trying to come up with a slur for branded players, and I'm not that good at it. Anyway, that's a pretty good imperm. Alright, fuck you. 45 cards, you draw the fucking one of, you have the other fucking one of to save your stupid-ass Eluber. Fuck you. This is still only teaching me that I am morally correct. They should actually, they should not print any more branded cards ever, and in fact, they should take them away. Not ban them, they should add them to a separate list where they don't count. They weren't real. Alright, we're going second. We're on the sunk. This time we had a pretty good Enneacraft game against that other branded guy, but now we're starting to get sauced again. If we get sauced a third time in a row, or second time in a row like that, we're going back to Cool Tune. Decent hands, but I'm going second. I mean, I have outs. Like that we worked through some of those builds on the play. Okay, they're playing Bat Magician. Dark Magician is stronger. I would still say not as strong as, say, Blue Eyes Primite, because I don't even know, is there a really good engine you run with Dark Magician? I've seen a few brews. But there's enough cards you usually end up playing it semi-pure, and that's not actually that great. But we might be able to wiggle our way out of this because we drew Whale. So, like, they're playing pretty standard Dark Magician combos. If we can get Whale, like, out, if we can rock the Whale, that's a pretty good shutoff to a lot of decks that, like, seriously punishes you for fucking around. I've actually heard that Branded has very bad matchups against Enneacraft, so I guess that's why that last one kind of pissed me off, because, like, if they didn't maxi Ash me and, like, I was able to set up properly, I would have cooked them. I would have ate them alive. Now, if they go for Dragoonius, that'll be tricky. If they go for the Gooner, that'll be a tough one. Because that guy's a little hard to play through. But we can probably bait the negate. Chilling? Oh, we're disconnecting a little. Alright, so we're going to draw Timaeus. Not sure to what end. All right, we're going to summon the Link one. Stupidest card in the world. Fusion substitute? I presume for Dragoon, but like... No? The Dark Magicians? Oh, United Magical Dragon. That's, like, annoying, but we can also bait that out. You probably should have made Dragoon. Okay, I'm seeing why you go for a fusion substitute. Still not. Don't know if that was your ideal play. Wow, what a board. Okay, so here's what we do, gang. Before we do anything, we put the whale. We stick the whale. If they activate Max C, I think I just have to krill myself. I have to play, Suship. Okay. Mars, go. Activate reset. My opponent hasn't read an Enneacraft card in their life, so we have that going for it. You're stupid? That's not the correct timing? I'm sorry? I don't even want to waste my Mar on this. My opponent's just dumb, Your Honor. Did you think MSG negates Dingus? Minneapolis. P-scale. You got an Ash Blossom in there? Got some kind of hand trap. I think. What are graveyard effects? No, I don't think that's a graveyard effect. So we have a hand effect. It's not Magic Kariba because they haven't taken damage. Ghost Ogre! Oh, that's annoying. Okay, alright. Pixia... Pixia in one release, you know? It's Pixia. Okay. So we're gonna get a little greedy with Rebirth again, chat. Alright, we got the Spell Trap Popper. Okay, so no, Rebirth doesn't Then why does Rebirth say shuffle into the extra deck? You got a trigger on Special Summon? Honestly, I kind of understand, because like this deck is at a serious chance of becoming an FDK deck, but also Konami doesn't fucking care because they're dumb and they're bad and they keep making FDKs and they don't fix them correctly. Again, see the comment about the transversor ban. I'll set that just because I'm funny. But like the things that Enneacraft needs a better way to get guys out of the extra deck and needs a way to get guys out of like banishment. And if that's too powerful, just ban Dai-Fi. But, like, my main problem is when my opponent does normal interaction stuff like Ghost Ogre or Ash or, like, you know, blows up my guys, and then they're, like, stuck somewhere, and I'm like, well, I can't get rid of them. Can't use them, so I'm just kind of, like, down in an advantage. Okay, so we're going to get him. They're going to summon Dark Magician. And they're going to try and Dark Magic Circle me. Circle is going to trigger Pixia because it has to target. Are you really mad if this doesn't work out? There we go. There's the Pixia trigger. I gotta be careful not to chain block myself. Okay, Pixia, no. Rip a card from hand. Put on my Pendulum Zone. Summon that asshole. Now we get to Rebirth. Duel. Gonna flip my boy back down for later. End of your next turn. Jesus Christ, Timaeus. That's fucking crazy. I mean, he's still not that strong of a monster, but damn, that's a long-ass time to be at towers. Okay, they're just gonna run over my poor whale. Eventually, you will be affected. God, these games take forever, though. Like, we're playing so little. I mean, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't know if I want to say we're playing so little, but I feel like we're playing, like, so little Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes just because, like, some of these matches are, like, so drawn out. Bad draw, bad draw. I mean, we could probably bait the spell trap pop here. Problem is if they pop my Pixia, that sucks. Because I need that guy back. Okay, they're going for it. They don't know that I just drew in Annapolis. Get rid of circle. Yeah, unfortunately they zoned out of Anima. There's no dedicated extra deck for this deck, so you just kind of go in. Like, obviously, shuffle from like hand and face up field like has its uses. God, I wish this said shuffle from like graveyard banishment or face up extra. Okay, all right. Anyway, scale gray. Activate effect. Pay. Get me 3 of this guy so I can get whatever I want from my deck. Rebirth away the gray because it's not doing anything. Activate reset. Put a green in. Yeah, I guess just get a tail. Not feeling great about how this is running out, but we've got a few, so we can now do Handicraft reset this way because we get to negate this guy because he's not unaffected anymore. And then what do you fucking have in hand? Impulse? Okay. Oh, it's the fucking special overframe, too. What a fucking whale you are. Get tribute your flip face down guy? Okay. Hey. This effect isn't once per turn, stupido. And Dominus means you activated it from your hand, so you cannot activate Light, Earth, or Wind. So you're locked out of Timaeus anyway, and that might actually affect some of your monsters. Unfortunately, we're just gonna have to fucking, like, Rocco Loco with Pixia and Tail and hope that's enough. It's entirely possible that at this rate, this is gonna be our last fucking duel, chat. Because, like I said, I don't think Dark Magician is as pushed as Blue Eyes, though they really fucking tried with the fusion that's a Link one. But they don't quite have the overwhelming power of Blue Eyes' bullshit. Like, I could flip up Pixia right now and make myself targeting immune, but it's much better to keep it and hope we can banish. So they just got a lot of shit they can play through. Now, not that we can't deal with that. We can't get rid of like, setting up an EDS means that we get to fucking punish them later. I think I still have 2 gray in deck. Yeah, we sent back a gray. Alright. So they're gonna get rid of Tail. Sucks, because that's my destruction protection. But they don't have a Dark Magician, so I don't think I can just board wipe my ass. Right, we're gonna dome him. For 9. We go around again. A green. Not my ideal grab. But, okay. Alright. Step 1. Release. Okay, well, I was gonna grab Whale, but now that I know you're gonna do that, I'm gonna add back Tail, stupid. We're gonna pay 9. I'm gonna grab Gray. Green's not a bad pickup. And I'm gonna fucking run over Rod. In battle phase, ideally. Just keep shaving their life points down another 14. Main 2. Annapolis. Bounce back Pixia. So not getting Whale off of the release didn't really matter. Okay, all right. I think we should get him probably next turn sequence. And then that'll probably be the end of the stream. Is this one whole duel took like 30 fucking minutes. You need a Dark Magician on the board, bud, to activate Dark Magic Attack. Judge my opponent's slow play. Okay, they're just gonna fucking guess. Ooh, sorry, that was Pixia. That was not Tail time. Oh, okay, you're dead. Flip gray. Papino. And because you're activating an effect in the graveyard, even if it's mandatory, I'm gonna flip up another guy. And hopefully chain block my opponent. Oh, they're gonna ash that, okay. Well, now I still get to shuffle back your banishment. And we can use reset to flip gray back down. Tritio. Okay, all right. Okay, what do we want to put back? Actually, what's dead cards for you? Got that one. So I think all their Dark Magicians are out of rotation. No, they got one left. Unless they're playing only two. Anyway, I don't even need to finish you off in battle phase. You're dead. Alright, I wish that hadn't taken forever. Did we even get a level off of that? So, like, I know it's only 2 hours, like, not super long. At least we're almost to the max level of the... Not the max level, but, you know, the higher level of the duelist path. Okay, okay. So I gained 3 total duelist levels out of that. This ends, you know, oops. Well, we'll collect these gems anyway. 6 hours left. But, we went from 9 to 12, so three levels gained. Not the fastest games, but you got to see some Enneacraft. So, yeah, me. Non-committal noises. But it's about 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna get some dinner, and then I'm probably gonna play Vintage Story until we tabletop game. So, thanks everybody who did tune in. Say hi to your dads for me. But that's gonna wrap up this little bonus stream idea. I kind of wish I'd gotten it started a little sooner so we could play a little more Yu-Gi-Oh, but I had some tech diff setting some stuff up and getting OBS and the Elgato to cooperate. But yep, that is that. But we spent 1,000 gems, and once we collect my gold pass here, did get a lot of dual pass levels. So. Yeah, we started the night at 1,700. I spent 1,000 for a pack pull, and we're back to 1,780. So we basically remade all of what I spent to do a pack opening in the start. So like, not bad. We'll see if I clock any more in before the fucking end, but probably not. But thanks for tuning in. I don't stream Master Duel, you know, super regularly. Occasionally we hit it up. But you know, check out our other content. See us on Tuesday for more Fail Portrayal, and check out our regularly scheduled streams, you know, on Monday. So that's gonna be it. And watch Let's Talk Yugioh.